peeps. So, good evening, peeps. This is Auriel Grace. This is the Astrology Show with our friend, yes, Kendra Lockhart. There she is. Everybody freaking watch out because it's September and we all made it through retrograde, which is so awesome. I think the shadow is over with now, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, that's what I thought. So the shadow's over with. Y'all are cool. All right. We're in September. It is September 1st. Thank the Lord Almighty. Anyway, all right. So tonight we're going to be talking about September, the astrology for September, some energy stuff. It'll be very fun for you. It will. And I have a couple announcements. One, I'm coming to Chicago. I sent the newsletter out. I sent the newsletter out this morning. Yeah. So if you are interested in getting a reading with me, please email me at agangofgirlsinc@gmail.com. So I need to vent a little bit. Excuse me. I just remembered my venting.
Yeah, are you coming out of your own Mercury retrograde in Leo?
I'm going out of my own Mercury retrograde thing. Anyway, I would also like to say this, that I am a psychic. I work with energy and I work with intuition and I work with spirit guides and angels and sometimes your ancestors. I am not a witch. I know some witches that are friggin' awesome. And I think that sometimes we need to educate ourselves on what is what, right? Because some psychics are witches, some psychics are not witches, some witches are not psychic. You know, it's just one of those things. And so I just wanted to say that because I've been having some issues with some zealots. and I just wanted to make sure that y'all need to, if you don't know what a psychic is, please find out. And you can check out my book, I'm Psychic, Not Telepathic. It tells you all about psychics. So please do that. Hey Mom, hey Rebecca. So I just want to let you know that, just in case you want to insult me.
So, do you have a working definition for what a witch is instead of a psychic?
Well, a witch to me is very magical. Like they use like the elements, they use ritual work, and it's not because they don't believe in the creator. They actually do. A lot of them believe in the creator, and that's one of the reasons why they do their craft and to help people, right? There's some that really don't help people, but a lot of them do. And so I just want to let it be known that not all witches are bad, and not all psychics are bad either. In fact, all of us have it in our beings to be intuitive. And if we paid attention more, maybe we'd get more stuff done.
Thank you. Because most of the witches that I've come across in the metaphysical community in Chicago before that imploded, for ego reasons, and that's why I don't explore witchiness, is it is very chakra, it is self-driven, it is influence-driven, whereas psychic and mystic is much more I'm connected to soul and those skills and those abilities.
Right.
It's a lot more neutral.
It is. And so I just wanted to say that for, just because I had some issues with that earlier this week. And so, but we're talking about September. September is
my favorite
months.
I live for this month because for all of you listening, this is the the month where this month is all about being useful, and this is for a month to be useful to you as well.
Right.
So let's, first of all, if everyone needs to just blow it out like a birthday candle, take a huge breath, and goodbye, August.
Goodbye, August. Goodbye.
Because this year, all of the Mercury retrogrades were in fire signs, which can really give you a little bit of an ego makeover.
Yeah.
I got more compassionate in this Mercury retrograde in Leo. I had to, all right, self, what part of self could use an upgrade? Oh, it's the part where I am very impatient and where I think that other people know exactly what they're doing and not doing. Not true. Not true. I happen to be a little more conscious about myself than others are conscious about themselves. And once we went direct, I had to find that fine line between, okay, I was being compassionate, and also here's where I had to stuff myself a little bit. That part got spicy.
Right.
I did pop off on one person a little bit. I thought, you know what? I don't care if you're not paying attention to yourself. This stinks.
Sometimes we just have to open our mouths and let it fall out.
That was what happened. So with that said, if everyone has their pen and paper ready.
Yes, pen and paper, everybody. Get your pen and paper because we're writing down dates.
Mm-hmm. And we have a new challenge. We have, what health or lifestyle can I upgrade in the month of September? So when Auriel does her new newsletter for October, we do want to hear from you. What health situation or lifestyle habit did I upgrade in September?
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you guys can't quite understand what to do with that, pretend it's Lent. What are you giving up for a greater understanding? What health situation do you want to, outgrow? What kind of lifestyle would you like to embrace in the month of September? And lo and behold, it might become a habit, and it might just be a healing.
Yes.
Because that's what September is. It is your month of habits and healings.
Right.
So let's do this. All right. By now you should have your pen and paper.
Yes.
Ready, kids? All right. So today it's September 1st, and what happened? Oh no, Uranus went retrograde again. And we do love these outer planets going into retrograde because it gives us a chance to take a little vacation from being part of the collective and going, all right, well, how can I use this in my internal world? So Uranus in retrograde is asking you to find a new patience with yourself. That doesn't mean do nothing. It means find a new patience with yourself. Your old one could use a 2.0.
I wrote about that in my newsletter today.
Okay. You must have been starry-eyed, as my friend would call it. Haha. What also is happening is this is working with Pluto in retrograde. Pluto is asking you, instead of the collective, because it's in retrograde, it's asking you, not everybody, are you choosing your best path? Which is absolutely perfect to think about in a September like we're going to have.
Yeah.
So now it gets nice and gentle because we are entering eclipse season. So take the easy when it's offered. Go into the new moon in Virgo tomorrow, and you want to get clear and pure about your details. Do not be a control freak with these things, but welcome in the carpenter inside you. I measure twice, I cut once. It's not about being perfect. It's about doing things accurately and in the present. Find that piece of you.
Right.
In September 4th, we have Mars, the planet of aggression, action, and ambition, moving into Cancer. Normally, some baby astrologers would go, oh, so you're just going to be passive aggressive. Oh, you're going to get in your feelings. Oh, no. That is not a useful mindset at all.
No.
Mars in Cancer is about home and health and aliveness. Find your ambition and your action in the home. And that doesn't mean your address. That means what keeps you feeling sheltered and safe as a person on this planet.
Right.
So it's pretty great homework. Nothing to knock here. This is a wonderful, it's almost like bonus points. Absolutely. Let me do a fall cleaning. Let me get my detox on. Let me prepare for autumn. Let me look at which pieces make me feel very vulnerable and work on that.
Right.
I think of all the homeworks that Mars gives, this is one of the better ones.
It is. It's not like, let's go out with our pitchforks and burn things.
Yeah, it's not called, your inertia. It's not called get straight on your fantasies. This is an easy one. As far as September 8th, we've got Mercury going into Virgo. Mercury loves being in Virgo. Mercury is home in Virgo. Mercury happens to rule Virgo. This is an excellent time to be writing, speaking, talking things out. Mercury is how you listen, how you learn, and how you language. So if your name is Auriel Grace, you could finish some, creative projects, pen to paper this. Or if you're not her and you're the rest of the regular people like us, this is when you have those heart-centered but clear and detailed discussions on being articulate around blockages, problems, misunderstandings, and solutions with yourself and people you have to relate to. You could surprise yourself. You could clean up some small to big misunderstandings starting September 8th.
Oh, that's great. That's really great because I'm always talking about like communication is key to everything that you do, whether it's, running your mouth or you're listening or you're writing, however, which way you choose to like show yourself in the world. Communication is key. Don't sit around and fuss about, oh my God. Instead, ask questions, because the only way you're going to get your answers is by asking questions, even if it's answers that you don't want to hear, that you're not, that is undesirable for you. At least that and you can stop fretting about whatever it is that's going on, because fretting is a waste of energy. It really is.
Yeah, you need it out of the mind and through the throat, because otherwise these half-baked ideas never get bounced off other people, including yourself. And so sooner or later, they're not going to be very clear.
Right.
It's like a window that just gets dirtier and dirtier and dirtier as you're driving down a dusty road, and you're not realizing that you're seeing less and less and less and less until you can't. That's why we don't keep things in our heads. We release them.
We release them. We open our mouths and we use them.
True. All right, you get a big fat break for more than a week. The next big adventure is September 17th. Uh-oh, eclipse time.
Yay.
Uh-oh, inside job. You have the full moon in Pisces, and this is where you're going to have to get a little bit of a correction, a little chiropractic on your delusion side. This is where you stop your, how do I want to say it, lying and denying. Yeah, it's coming. The eclipse shows you what you're not looking at. And we all really like to tell ourselves some stories. So we either do the lesser action or we don't take action. Because this is where the narrative has to go away, the lying and denying. Like, this is what's happening, but this is the story you like to say about what's happening, and not get back to, no, this is what's happening. It's it's that classic police report. Ma'am, what happened? Oh, no. Car A hit car B at a stop sign. I was in the right, they were in the wrong. That's the report. Versus, well, no, don't get into that thrill cycle of storytelling.
Yeah, don't.
So,
It's life is thrilling as it is. Hey, Mary. Um,
so it's gonna be your homework for ready for it. 6 months.
oh, 6 months. Okay, so this is the full moon, and there's an eclipse during the full moon.
Yep.
Okay, so
It is in a full moon in Pisces. 6 months from Virgo time puts us in Pisces season, which is March, which is spring. So you have 6 months of a what do they call it in school? An independent study. Time
and
to write your little thesis on not lying and denying and getting down to just the report with yourself.
okay,
You should take this on. I mean, of course, that can sound terrible. The ego's like, "Oh, it's awful homework. I hate this." No, this is an opportunity to neutralize a lot of stuff and free up some energy.
yeah.
You've put so much of your identity into your stories that
Mhm.
it's time to archive some of these stories.
Right. And that's, sometimes dwelling, that's what I call it. I call it dwelling.
Ruminating, rehearsing,
Right.
revisiting, yeah, those are all the same words for what Auriel's talking about.
Dwell. Stop dwelling. If it doesn't help you, if it doesn't help your family, if it's the past and you can't do anything about it, let let it go. Just let it go. Because when you dwell, you do waste energy on things that um, could make it, you know, could make it real, could make it home, could make it.
Yep.
And it also gives you more energy to like go out in your garden or go do something. So please make sure if you're dwelling, let it go. It's okay.
I have a perfect allegory for this.
Hold on just a second. Okay. So that's right, Mom. Just the facts. And Rebecca, awesome. She is using her turquoise writing headphones.
Ooh,
Nice, right? So turquoise, let me just say this. Okay. So turquoise is a great communication stone.
yes.
And if you have some turquoise, wear it. Don't let it sit in your jewelry box because oh my gosh, my great grandma gave it to me or whatever. She gave it to you so you would wear
So you
it.
can use it 'cause September is about being useful.
Yes, turquoise has that energy of good communication,
Mhm.
listening, understanding, and speaking. And so if you have turquoise or if you wear turquoise, turquoise is that type of energy. And see,
Beauty, truth, communication.
so there you go. Rock on, you guys.
Yes. So I have an analogy for all of you as far as no more ruminating, dwelling, looping, rehearsing, whatever you want to call it. Is we've all had the crappy road trip, right? We've all been in one of those at some point in our life. Imagine how much better that road trip would have been if you weren't singing 99 bottles of beer on the wall.
Oh my God, I hate
No,
this.
now it's different. Now it's 98. Nope. Now it's 97. Nope. This time it's 96. Wait, we're going to do it again, but it's 95. That's what looping and ruminating and dwelling is like, is you are just, it's, yeah, yeah, you know what? That one's a hard one for me. I'm not going to lie. I do struggle with clinging to what happened or doing my little script. I'm not an actress, so why am I going over and over and over these lines in my head? That road trip could be so much better if you weren't hearing the same song for an hour. You'd be like, oh my God, no. Yeah, there's a road to observe. There's wonderful weather to have. There are brilliant conversations to share. But no, we're singing the 99 bottle song. Okay. Nope, not doing it.
So nobody sing that 99 bottle.
So tell your ego, we've already thought about this 3 times, and I can't get those minutes back. So we're done.
Right.
I hate that song. I
That's
do.
right.
All right, so continuing on September 22nd, we have the sun moving into Libra. This is the upper half of the chart that we lay out for astrology.
What's the date again?
September 22nd.
Sun in Libra on the 22nd. You know what that looks like?
It's the day after the equinox, and it is your reward. The first half of the zodiac year has been working on you, has been working on me. Now we're getting to we. We're going to the other half, that yin yang, that full, like, peanut butter and jelly. And then you put them all together. So you're moving into positions of otherness. You're moving into positions of diplomacy, and you're moving into relationship ratio. Figure out your golden ratio. How much time or space can I take for myself and be comfortable, and how much can I let somebody else have of me and be happy about it?
Right.
I definitely have mine figured out like a math formula. This is how much I can handle being in my own company and not dealing with people. And this is how much it's good for me to be in the company of others and interact.
Right. Well, it is always good to know that ratio so that you're not overextending yourself in different directions.
You don't want to get resentful, and you don't want to get lonely. So figure it out. It's not hard to figure out. You just have to turn it into a ratio. Now, if you like numbers like me, they're numbers. If you like time, it's time. If you like energy, it's how much of my energy. It's not hard. You just have to figure out, how do I normally measure things, and then bring it into this environment, because Libra is here to make this beautified for you. Libra, that is a Venus energy. She really likes receiving. She likes beautifying and adding value. So that's why I like September. Is the homework here it's kind of like lunch or recess. It doesn't feel like a class. It's
that's September has always just been so flowy and nice. And my first granddaughter was born on Friday the 13th in September.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
That is some magic energy right there.
It is. She is very magical.
And to finish off September, we have Mercury moving into Libra. So those conversations, if you hear crazy in the background, I'm house sitting a kitten. He's the size of an armadillo. He's 6 months old, and he's an elephant. If you hear, so Mercury in Libra, this is when your speaking and listening gets softened up. You might find yourself being a little more receptive to the thing that you didn't want to hear. So this can be a great time to ask more difficult questions, because the energy around it for everyone is softer languaging and softer listening.
Right.
Take your shot. If you were nervous to bring it up, do it now. Ask for that raise at work. The ears will be kinder.
Right.
Other examples would be, hey, now's the time to revisit the thing that's still wounded between you and someone else. These are basically, you're getting graced. This is where it gets gentler.
Yeah.
And on that note, since you have your pen and paper, please write down what health situation you want upgraded and what lifestyle or habit you want to embrace.
Yeah, so everybody think about it, okay? Because a lot of you have asked for change, but the only person that can really start that change and keep it going is you. So if you want your health to get better, or you want to change your lifestyle, start then. Because I'm always encouraging people to follow what is truly in their heart. Sometimes people say, oh no, like I couldn't do that. I won't be able to make money, or I can't do that because of so-and-so or whatever. That's all excuses.
Yeah, love's a much higher law than your big logic.
Yeah.
And
Yes,
by I'm being,
one thing.
I'm being sarcastic.
It can be more than one thing, Rebecca. Yes.
Oh, absolutely. I plan to go back to Pilates. That was a life or a chapter that I really found joy in. And now that I'm not as strong in my core, that's compromising my freedom. I'm not free to be strong. I don't like that. So that'll be my September adventure.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So you can have a health situation you want upgraded, and you can also have a lifestyle or a habit you want to embrace. You have 30 days to do it, and invite all of you to report to Auriel what you did.
Yeah, let me know. You guys, everybody here has my email address, and just in case you forgot, it's a gangofgirlsinc@gmail.com. Many of you also know how to text me as well. So there you go.
Remember when we did this game? Because this is a game. This is where you get to play a little or have a little more fun. It's not, this isn't, you're not, this isn't restrictive. This is expansive and it's light. Remember when I gave you best days to go make some money unexpectedly and we had a few lottery winners?
I know, right?
This isn't a day. This is a whole month. You have a month to get rid of a health issue or upgrade it. You have a month to take on a new lifestyle or habit.
Yep. And hey, all of you that are listening now and that will listen this week, right? Take this opportunity. And for that change that you have been putting off, that you have been saying, I can't do it, make the change. Make the change for yourself. Because you'll find that when you do make that change, you're going to feel so much better. And there's going to be so much more energy that you can utilize. And you just open yourself up for that experience just by starting it going. Okay. So please start your change. If you want something to happen, this is your opportunity. September is like, what month was it? Was it June? June was like this. June, but September is not quite as like a roller coaster as June was. So for those of you who have been telling me, I want to win the lottery, or I want to go to Paris, or I want to do this, start making those plans. If you want to change your life, if you keep saying, oh, I need to lose weight and all this stuff, let me tell you something. I hurt my back really bad in July. In fact, I was not walking very well. And so, but I looked up all these back strengthening things. And so every day, no matter how much it hurts, I do those back strengthening things so that I can get up out of my chair without help and I can do other stuff without worrying. So I did that.
Yeah.
I worked through it and it was hard because I was like taking a leave. I had a tiger balm patch on there. I bought a brace for my back. I did all this stuff and it's working. And I decided that, you know what, no matter what, I am going to do these exercises every day so that it keeps my back strong and it doesn't go out again. So if you do see me in Chicago or Naperville, you're going to see that I'm wearing a back brace, which is fine because that back brace, oh my God, it makes my back feel so good. So I am grateful for it. And just by making those simple shifts and changes, my whole everything is better.
It's a bank account, isn't it? Is you did a little and a little more and a little more and a little more with a little more. And it started to ripple into this is my new normal.
This is my new normal. And so, and I have a lot more energy now. I'm not like just sitting here going, okay, can I get out of my chair because my back hurts so bad? No, yes, I can get out of my chair. My back does kind of sometimes in the morning hurt, but once I start moving and doing those exercises and that, I start feeling a lot better. So you all, for those of you that, you have your little lists of things that you want to do,
Mhm.
this is the time to start those habits, expand yourself, and you'll see that you have a lot more energy and you can focus better just by taking those steps.
Absolutely. That was a big one for me this month, is to convert my reward system into adventures instead of purchases.
Yeah.
So what I'm doing now is when I do something great, I look up on the website of what you can do in Chicago that's free,
Oh, yeah. Lots of stuff.
and I go do it.
Yeah.
So what have I done? Last week I rewarded myself for making it through August without my department person. So I ran the whole department for August. My reward was to go to the billionaire philanthropist's home in Chicago. The family lets you walk through it and see their jewelry.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That must have been really cool.
It was pretty great. And I did a little ritual, like when I saw the marble staircase that looked like that scene in the Titanic with the grand, when Leo DiCaprio came down and saw Rose at the bottom. I was like, I need to do a ritual right now. I need to intentionally walk up these stairs to my future self. And there's wealth all around me. It was wonderful. Today I went to the Garfield Conservatory in Chicago, and my favorite place in that whole thing, my favorite wing, is the fern room.
Oh, yeah.
Because they said, 1 million years ago that Chicago might have been covered in this kind of swampy, rich, green, vibrant, alive. So I took my health situation and I put it in the wishing well, and I said, I can be just as fertile and rich and vibrant as this fern wing.
Yes. And
So,
I know that Chicago was
lifestyle shift I'm making.
right, but I know that Chicago, this is a little tidbit that I know about Chicago, is that when they moved to Chicago, there were Indians living there,
Mhm.
and it was swampy.
Yep.
Like a lot of that, that's why there's so many like rivers and bridges and stuff like that, because like the land wasn't that great.
This is 100% true, is because it is a combo of mud and water in Chicago.
Yes.
And one of the reasons it can get a little pungent is when you have that mass of foliage that gets wet and starts to decompose. It always has a little mustiness to it. So they had to create channels to clear things out so there was more flow than dams and blockages.
Right. Yep.
Hey, you should give tours.
I know, right? We could give tours in Chicago. No, I'm too busy touring the cemetery. Oh, and by the way, for those of you that were helping me by praying for the cemetery to get some love and attention and stuff, it is. And I am so grateful for you guys for supporting me and helping me in this.
Congratulations on your solution. I'm happy to hear it's going to get landscaped.
I'm excited.
I'm excited because less bugs.
Well, less bugs and it'll look pretty again.
So will you.
Yeah, I know. Good.
Less bites.
Another bug bite right there. I think I have another one up there. And I spray too. I spray myself with bug spray, and
you know what
aggressive mosquitoes there.
My secret is I don't eat a lot of sugar, but I'm also a redhead. They die when they eat my blood. I've seen a mosquito explode on my arm. They're like, whoa, too much iron. Oop.
I don't eat that much sugar, so I don't know what it is.
Well, congrats on them being tasty or delicious, whatever you're
doing. Delicious, yeah. All right.
This is the beauty of September, is remember, you get to exhale. We're going into not only are we going into an eclipse season that is going to help you, even if it's pulling your little crutches away, even if it's smashing what you think is your favorite toy of all your little stories and all your little narratives, I promise you, after that grief, on the other side is relief. You are going to be so amused with yourself, called, wow, I'm done. I let that go. So September, I wish it's as much your friend as it is my friend, because I live for this month. May and September are my jam.
Yeah. Well, energetically, as we've been talking about, energetically, this month is a smooth sailing month.
Yes.
This month, there's an energy wave. The energy wave is filling. So, this is the month to really focus on what you want to create, what you are creating, and how you're creating it. This is the month for that type of energy and to organize it, get it straight, and allow people to assist you.
100%. Let yourself be of service. Let others be of service to you, and
Yep.
hit your wagon to the usefulness of the next 30 days.
Yes.
It's useful time.
It is useful time. So allow again, allow others to assist you, allow yourself to assist others, and expand this month because this is a great energy that we're heading into that is already here, and the energy will keep flowing until like the end of pretty much the end of October. And also remember too, we're going to go back live every Sunday night for live shows in October. We're going to be doing some paranormal and energy talk and that during that time. So get yourselves ready, start practicing because when the veils get thin, that's when we can really connect with our spirit guides, angels, our ancestors. We can practice whatever rituals we practice, however, which way you do it. But when those veils get thin, it becomes very magical for everyone.
It is. And I'm looking forward to astrology in October to support you around getting better at your own guidance. But right now, you've got some present day homework. So
Yeah.
start your engines, folks. I'm excited to hear the feedback.
Yeah. So remember, you can send us feedback. I don't mind it when you send me feedback. Remember, I try to check my email in the morning and the evening before I go to bed. So make sure that when you send it, if I don't reply to you right away, be patient and I will. Okay? All right. So for those of you that I'm going to be seeing in Naperville, yay! I'm so very grateful. For those of you that I'm not going to be seeing, all of you actually, please stay safe on this Labor Day weekend. And remember, keep your hearts open and align with the energy of love. And we'll see you in October. Bye.